Via Box, and I'm here, and today is absolutely crazy. I'm going to start you off here and let you know it's a lot of predators. It's not just Diddy, and they are coming and dropping and falling out the window right now. Let me start with this dude right here. I want to let you know, all right, first off, him. I'm talking about Charlemagne. Now, listen, Charlemagne already been brought up on charges for a long time. His charges go back from 20 years ago, all right? And now they're back. He thought that this case was over. Jessica Nicole Reed has filed yet another lawsuit, and she's trying to revive her lawsuit against Charlemagne, who admitted that he raped her. He admitted this 20 years ago. He went into a police station, told the police that, yes, this is what he did, and he ended up getting off. It took a long time. He took a lesser charge, okay, and he was on probation for several years, all this, that, and the third. But he raped the girl, and she wants justice too. So Jessica Reed is back, letting everybody know that she wants justice. Now, I went on the Breakfast Club show, and this was my statement that I made to them one morning when they were talking about Diddy. Y'all trying to find dirt on Jay-Z, but this rape is Charlemagne. Y'all cool with his rape? Justice for Jessica Reed. And that was what I said right there on the morning show while they were live. I was steady typing away. I had the Twitter fingers and all, and I was going in because it's not fair that he gets to sit there and talk about Diddy and everybody else, Bill Cosby, you name it. He's talking about everybody. And so what I did was I went back, because a while ago, this was like a few months back, this probably was like last year sometime, I did a live and I was talking about it and I explained everything. And I want y'all to listen to this, John, right now. Years have gone by and Charlemagne has achieved the status that he wants to be at. And because of that status, and because he is licking the boots and eating Johns and everything under the sun to stay in position, oh, he's in position. They helped him wipe this case away, period. They helped him wipe the case away. He did what he did. He know he did it. He raped this girl. You heard him right there admitting that he raped this girl, which goes to show you how crazy this ish is. Like the fact that he can sit there on the radio speaking to women countrywide, worldwide, and talk all this trash about Diddy, everybody else, anybody else, Bill Cosby, R. Kelly, everybody, when this nigga is the same nigga. I'm talking about Charlemagne, the rapist. All right, and this nigga right here, he told the story. You didn't hear it? I want you to hear it. I want you to hear it.
I remember a scenario in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. I got this girl real drunk, and
that sentence sounds a little fishy. I got her drunk.
I didn't just get her drunk. I remember I went to the sex store and got Spanish Fly.
Oh, so you raped her?
Shut up. So she was drunk as shit, and we had sex and shit, and like a lot of my boys was trying to come in the room and fuck. I'm like, nah, chill out. I can't. I'm not doing that. I'm not going to train her. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay. So
this is one-on-one. It ain't right.
Yeah. So the next
trains are right.
So the next morning she wakes up. And we talk about it. And she's like, what happened? I'm like, we had sex. She said, okay, well, I'm glad it was you. Then a couple days later, she's like, yo, you sure I only had sex with you? And one of my stupid ass cousins was going around saying he did what she did. I know for a fact he did. I was there the whole time.
Yeah.
He did not. He looked at her naked, but he didn't, right? So I'm telling her, no, me and you just had sex, nobody else did nothing. So it just was weird that she was like, oh, I'm just glad it was you. Listen,
was she passed out while you fucked her?
Nah, she wasn't coherent, but she was up. You know when your girl just, like when you're blacked out, like that, don't know what the fuck's going on type, like she was really.
She was awake and she was into it.
She was wasted.
Yo, man, it ain't no way you can make up anything other. That was rape. And listen, that's not the first time that he told a story about how he raped a woman and got away with it. The first dummy that he raped is his wife. And he told this story in his book that he drugged his wife. He gave her stuff in her drinks, everything. He told her, I ain't read the book. is out there. But I heard him say this out of his mouth. Okay, I heard Charlemagne say he did the same exact thing he just described to this girl who is Jessica Reed, who was 15 years old at the time. This took place in his own hometown, all right, down in the Kakalakis that he talked about. And I can tell you right now, down in the Kakalakis, where Charlemagne is from, it's like everywhere else, all right? The people that live there, that know him, that grew up with him, they all will clearly tell me, the Golden Girl, yo, this dude was a cold blade. Like, his dad did everything to try to do everything to make this dude look like a man. He was down there having sex with young boys, everything. And I say this wholeheartedly. I don't have no reason to not tell you the truth. All right. I don't have no reason to put myself in a situation to be sued. None of that. Charlemagne is rolling in the money. All right. He got lawyers on deck. You know what I'm saying? If he chooses to, he can shoot out a cease and desist immediately to shut Golden Girl's mouth up. He could do it. He really could, but he's not going to do it. And I'm going to tell you why he's not going to do it. Because Charlemagne knows that I know not only did he rape Jessica Reed, he raped several other women too that he drugged in the same type of situation that D is going to jail for right now. Getting women drunk, putting Spanish fly, whatever. He even admitted that he does this, putting some stuff in their drinks and then, yes, raping them. And he did it not only with her, he did it with some girls over in Jersey too. Dude, I wish you would send me a cease and desist so I can go ahead and continue to tell the naked truth. Because you see, the Golden Girl is all over your box. I got the naked truth. I've always had the naked truth. And I don't understand why these men can get away with this shit. Now, you need to be on YouTube because I'm about to play the video. You want to see the girl. You want to see her face. Because you'll be able to hear on Instagram. They wasn't letting me up live. But when they clicked it in, I just, okay, cool. So I'm on both. But you want to see this girl. Because when you can see somebody tell their story, that's when you can tell, like, you can look in their eyes and see what they're talking about. You understand? So come on over to YouTube. I got to post it right there. I'm going to show you right now this video of this young lady telling the story about Charlemagne and what he did to her.
Charlemagne gave Malika and I the drinks. He himself made those drinks. He told me that I could trust him. I was like his sister. He would let nothing happen to me that night. He repeatedly asked me over and over and over if I wanted to drink, and even after telling him no several times, he still pressured me. I finally took a drink. Now, mind you, I'm 15 years old. I'm a child. I'm a minor. I'm being pressured into drinking by someone who I thought I could trust. I let my guards down. And I said, you know what? This is my friend. He won't let anything happen to me. And he betrayed me. He allowed his friends or cousins or whoever those guys were to take advantage of me. And
that's a shame. And to see, like, to the people, shout out to the people that are on YouTube. You can post your comments and I got you. All right. It's no fake tea. It's no fake news. It's only the naked truth. I personally think that Charlemagne should be right in jail. Okay. This woman is suffering and she's been suffering for years. He used to brag about how they raped her. And he would do it in subliminal ways. Well, yeah, you know, we got him. He used to do all this on the radio. He taunted this girl and is continuing to taunt his victim. And I don't understand why Thea Mitchum, the boss at Power 105, is clearly okay with Charlemagne sitting there talking trash when she knows that he raped this girl. She knows it for a fact. She's a woman just like I'm a woman. But let me be clear. You know what I'm saying? That was my old boss at Power 99. Now she's a boss over at Power 105. She's been there for years. You know what I'm saying? I respect people, but I look at what you do. All right. Now, let me be clear about this. This is the same woman that when R. Kelly was already brought up on charges and everything, She still wanted R. Kelly to do Powerhouse. Yes, I'm talking about Leah Mitchum. Listen, y'all, it ain't got nothing to do with this, that, or the third. I'm just telling you the naked truth. Things that I was shocked about in a moment when it happened. I told y'all, I'm not going to be up here telling other people's stories. Yes, I'm talking about this girl, Jessica Reed, and Charlemagne, but you know I know Charlemagne. Now, I don't know him well. We've met a few times, but that's not the point. The point is that he's sitting there on the radio. He's influencing like a whole generation of people. He's a full-on rapist. What gives him the right to be in position to do any of this when all the rest of the people are in jail? And he's talking about the people that are in jail, and he's done the same exact things and more, because he did the things with the girl, Jessica. He drugged and raped several girls in New Jersey. And I can tell you that was during the time when he was hanging out with Wendy. He was stabbing Wendy in the back, and one dagger he had in Wendy's back. Oh, and he definitely had a dagger in Wendy's back. That is why Charlemagne the God is where he is sitting, and Wendy Williams is not. She ushered him into the game, right? You do know that, right? And then he picked the fight. They were beefing. They weren't speaking for years. And then all of a sudden he wanted to make up, and then they made up, and then they went out. And then it was all of a sudden Wendy just faded off the face. You understand? And people, where's Wendy? Where's Wendy? Like, when I'll talk about Wendy, like we'll talk about Wendy. I'll probably do a story about Wendy tomorrow, because I got a lot of information about Wendy. You know, we work together and so forth and so. Yes, we did. Yes, we did. And so there, it ain't even just about Wendy or Charlemagne. It's about Charlemagne being a rapist, as well as the claims that they're making against Diddy, as well as the claims that are being made against Trey Songz. You name it. Neo's wife has come out and said some stuff about him. I mean, the list just goes on and on and on. Dr. Dre, Michelle A, you name it. It's like all of the Black people, artists, a lot of, are being accused of stuff and have been in the past, but stuff is coming back. And for Charlemagne, it needs to come back, because at the end of the day, he raped this girl. He admitted to it. If a man admitted that they raped a girl, that's the man that should definitely be in jail. And when I think about the fact that Wendy Williams is still messed up, and just like that video ended with the fact that him and Wendy had made up, and then all of a sudden, not to say that it was his fault, I'm saying that I know he knows more than any of us know about who did what to Wendy to really mess Wendy up, because it ain't just that she got dementia and so forth and so on. Nah, it ain't that. All of the drugs, somebody slipped Wendy something, and she ain't never been right since.
Our first caress. I thought, she got to be acting like this. This is not real. When I started seeing the producers run down to aid her, it hit me in that second, like, this is for real. Like, she was lifeless. You didn't really see her moving. It was scary.
Yeah, remember that. Remember it well. And he talked trash about Wendy after that too.
Say what you want. You know, sometimes that energy you put out, it does come back to you in a lot of ways.
That's right.
So, you know, you just got to know that. Know the whole totality of things. That's why I like watching, you know, the OGs that have come before us, because you really get to see the whole totality of how things play out. You can see the things they did right. You can see the things they did wrong. And it is very important to know how your plane is going to land. So many people's planes are landing and the wheels are not coming out.
Oh, there is
no
wheels
crashing.
at all.
It's gonna crash too, because you can only get away with the type of shit that Charlemagne has done, which is rape, which is sat there and talk trash about everybody else that has committed a rape. You can only get away with it for so long. It's 20 years later, and it's still haunting him now. Jessica Nicole Reed is trying her best to refile her lawsuit. Mind you, Charlemagne got her outnumbered with money and lawyers and everything. But right now, we in that time. We are in that time where him having that money might not matter, because if she can get this case reopened, and they will pull everything from the fact that he admitted that he raped her. That's the bottom line. Like, that's it. He admitted it, and he was charged. And at the end of the day, they ended up throwing the charges out. When Charlemagne blew up, the charges got thrown out. He was able to buy his way to, get it done away with. But she's like, no, this really happened to her. It affected her life. She's been messed up for years. It happened when she was 15. And that was the comment that I made to Charlemagne and them on the morning show. Like, they was doing something and talking about Diddy. This was way before Diddy got locked up. And I was on their Twitter fingers like crazy. Y'all trying to find dirt on Jay. But this rapist Charlemagne, y'all cool with his rape? Justice for Jessica Reed. And I hope that she does get justice, because why should Charlemagne get to sit up there and talk trash about everybody else knowing what he did? And it's not just her. It's not just her. It's like the first time I said it, he knows I said it because I tagged him to it. I tagged him to it. It's like, no, I'm not saying no secret. Like, I tagged him to it. I know that you not only did this to Jessica Reed, but you did it to two girls in Jersey when you was rocking with Wendy Williams and you was living in the same crib with her husband. Y'all was sharing that spot. He had the spot. He let Charlemagne use it or whatever. And yeah, it was like his second spot, but he let Charlemagne move in there. And some girls came over, and they said that Charlemagne put something in their drink. They woke up. Same story that we hearing from everybody else, that they put something got put in their drink and they ain't know what happened. Next thing you know, they was getting sexed out. Two girls told that story. Now, whether or not those girls are going to come forward with their story, we don't know. But listening to him talk about everybody else and knowing that he did the same thing to two girls in Jersey and talking about Charlemagne, that alone, I would hope, would make those women step forward like Jessica Reed is right now. And like I said, this has been 20 years ago. She's 35 now. She's still dealing with the fallout of it, everything that happened to her. Her life changed. This man has teased and taunted about this shit for years. And I feel as though he should pay. All right. So I wanted to let y'all know it's a lot of them and it's going down right now. And I'm going to get to Diddy. I'm going to say Diddy for the end because I want to talk about Drake too, because Drake is, like I said, it's a whole lot of people on this particular show that I'm going to talk about. And I'm going to knock them down real quick. Drake. All right. Let's just talk about the fact that his charges are coming soon. Y'all listen to the song. Y'all heard what Kendra said. We already been talking about, like a lot of people had already been talking about it in the industry, how Drake messed with all these young girls. And he does. And so his empire is coming down too. And I don't like to see nobody empire come down. But this dude is really known for messing with young girls. And it's just crazy how everybody accepts this. I mean, he got a lot of bads for the industry to me. The fact that he's trying to feminize other Black men, this dude is a whole plant. I said this years ago that Drake was nothing more than an actor pretending to be a rapper. I said it so long till everybody else started saying it too. But that's always the way that I've seen him, straight up. And it worked. It worked. Like, it worked. You can produce a superstar. We've seen it happen many times with people that weren't great at whatever. And yes, when they can't win in Hollywood, they'll do anything. This man was never going to.
Y'all gonna have me get carried away again. I get in trouble for shit like this. How old are you? Oh, that's feel guilty or not, but I had fun. I like the way your breast feel against my chest and stuff. I just want to thank you.
How can he get away with doing this on stage and clearly saying that he had no business doing it and everybody saw it? And so forth and so on. So there are a couple of girls out there now. They're over 18, but they are actually behind the scenes getting settlements from Drake so that their stories don't come out. Now, this man right here, that you are looking at. Let me just bring it back a little bit. And it's just too much weird shit going on with Drake. That's just the bottom line. And so the guy here, wait a minute. I just want to move it on to this man. Oh, you can't really see his face. All right. So anyway, this man right here, this little man is deformed and everything. Y'all probably seen and heard the story. Drake had the man come to his hotel like 2:00 in the morning. Nobody really knew what it was about. It was all crazy. It was the police had to come. Something went wrong in the room, and people were speculating that Drake did something to the man sexually. We don't really know about that, but we do know that the cops were called to the room immediately, like almost as soon as they got upstairs. Whatever was going on, somebody needed to call the police, and so it got real crazy. So it just goes to say, like, he's a weirdo, and I believe that not only was he doing something crazy with this man, with this deformed man, he's like an 11-month-old baby, but he's like in his 30s or something like that. And it's a shame, it's a shame that he did that. But I said that he was also being accused of bestiality. I want you to take a look at this video. You may have seen it before.
You getting nasty for someone else. You don't need no one else. You don't need nobody else.
Okay, I wanted to remove the sign up top so you can see it clear, but he literally got one of his friends. And look at the way the guy looks. The guy is totally exhausted, out of it, and doesn't even look like he wants to do it. But at the end of the day, Drake had a man suiting up like a dog. That's not why I say he's in the bestiality. There's also, and I couldn't stand to listen to it, there's a video that's out there with audio with Drake and his dogs, and the dogs are screeching, and it's just a crazy sound. And yeah, I just don't trust this dude at all.
You getting nasty for someone else. You don't need no one else. You don't need nobody else.
And this nigga's crazy. Like, he crazy, and the person that put the suit on is extra crazy too. If you got a comment, post your comment up. I will definitely put your comment right there as we move along with all of these sex predators and just crazy stuff that's going on. Tomorrow I'm doing white people, because it looked like only black people are being talked about in all this craziness that's going on. I even heard that the people who did Quiet on the Set, which is the Nickelodeon special that talked about all of the kids in Hollywood that got messed up sexually with drugs and everything else. Some even committed suicide. All of these things, the people that were involved in that, nobody went to jail for that shit. Like, nobody. And that's crazy to me. But here we are with Diddy being a freak with 1,000 bottles of oil, this, that, and the third. All of that's important? I don't think so. But at the end of the day, they are taking him down with it regardless. All right. So I just want to go right on to this other dude who is now also having a lawsuit. Tekashi 6ix9ine. He's in the middle of a lawsuit right now. His girl has come forward and said that this nigga she said he been beating her up. He been stealing her money. He sexually exploited her. He did the porn thing to her, whereas though porn revenge. When they broke up back in August of this year, he started posting sex pictures of her, private pictures that they had taken and a video. And so she's suing him for all that. They haven't disclosed the amount that she's suing this bastard for, but whatever it is, I hope that she does get it, because I don't really care for 6ix9ine. And we already know that he really was responsible for a bunch of mayhem and people getting killed and everything. And he was able to slime his way back in, even after being a rat and everything. He was able to slime his way back in to the industry with like no remorse. Like, everything is cool with him. So I'm glad that she is suing him. I'm sorry for her that she had to endure whatever she had to endure with this bastard, sexually, financially, all the abuses that she had to take from him. Because it seems like everybody is in the middle of some sort of abuse that was going on. And which brings us to the man that they just can't stop talking about Diddy. All right, so before I go to Diddy, I want to let y'all know that I do have a movie and I'm doing a premiere for it. I'm doing this premiere in Philadelphia, and that's going to be next month. I want you, I'm going to let you check it out in a little bit. But matter of fact, I'm going to keep on moving, and shout out to the people in Philly that came to LA.
It's Gold Mine, baby.
We from Philly. We know what real what I.
Let's go, Philly. We in the building. You already know.
All right, so your mom right there. Come here for a minute. Come here. Is your mom right here? No, that's my sister, my cousin. Your cousin? All right. So, I'm sorry. I ain't even. Y'all look alike. You just tell y'all family. All right, everybody was saying. What's your favorite radio station? Number 99. Ah! Boom! Golden Girl? All over your box. Golden Girl! Oh my God! You lying! Oh my goodness! I swear to God! Lockdown, oh my God! I gotta take my picture.
Yes.
Oh my God!
That's crazy. Free samples, y'all.
Oh my goodness! Child, I would have never met your dad if it wasn't for her. Oh, take my picture.
Oh,
Golden Girl. Reimagined, baby.
Shout outs to everybody in Philly. Yo, that right there was absolutely crazy. And if you are watching and listening right now, I would like for you to like and subscribe and share so I can get my likes up. You understand? I need to get them up and get the people up in here and all that. Somebody made a comment that 6ix9ine is definitely a weirdo, and for sure he is, posting his girl, doing all type of I'm hurt, I'm brokenhearted, and this is what I need to do right now. So yeah, I'm not surprised at all. And what I am kind of surprised at is that people are acting like Diddy ain't the person that he been all the time. There's a video that's circulating, and it's an old interview that Diddy did, and I want to show it to y'all because Diddy ain't never been, it ain't never been a secret, not even in public, about the freak that Diddy is, that he has always been, and he's always been telling people about how freaky he is. So if you don't believe it, peep game.
Okay. Now, we need alcohols.
Right.
Alcohols.
Right. Not just one alcohol.
Alcohols.
Right. Just
Plurals.
different blend. You need
Blends.
the ladies, you need the booze.
You need some water.
For watering plants?
No. No, I don't know if guys have noticed this, like a lot of ladies drink water at parties. They just, you know, so you have, if you don't have what they need, they're going to leave.
Right.
Got to keep them there.
Right.
You need locks on the doors.
Okay, this is sounding kind of dangerous now.
It's a little kinky, but
yeah.
Rock with me, but just check it out. You need a lot of heat. A lot of heat. Yeah.
Heat. You mean that physically the place has to be hot?
You don't have no air conditioning.
No air conditioning.
No.
Why is that?
Heat affects the alcohol, and it also affects, like, you know, everybody gets a little bit more comfortable and loose. Builds up a nice little sweat.
That just sounds disgusting. What are you talking about?
Depends on the way you look at it.
Depends. Oh, people start getting gets kind of sexy.
Wow.
Golden Girls got the naked truth. No fake tea over here. Believe that. Baby. Just the naked truth.
Yes.
Okay. Now, we need alcohols.
Right.
Alcohols.
Right. Not just one alcohol.
Alcohols.
Right. Just
Plurals.
different blend. You need
Blends.
the ladies. You need the booze.
You need some water.
For watering plants? What?
No, I don't know if guys have noticed this. Like, a lot of ladies drink water at parties. They just, so you have, if you don't have what they need, they're going to leave.
Right.
Got to keep them there.
Right.
You need locks on the doors.
Okay, this is sounding kind of dangerous now.
It's a little kinky, but
yeah.
Rock with me, but just check it out. You need a lot of heat. A lot of heat. Yeah.
Heat. You mean that physically the place has to be hot?
You don't have no air conditioning.
No air conditioning.
No.
Why is that?
Heat affects the alcohol, and it also affects, like, everybody gets a little bit more comfortable and loose. Builds up a nice little sweat.
That just sounds disgusting. What are you talking about?
Depends on the way you look at it.
Depends. Oh, people start getting it gets kind of sexy.
Wow.
Golden Girls got the naked truth. No fake tea over here. Believe that. Baby. Just the naked truth.
Yes. All right. So, that big bed at the end, like the whole 50-foot bed, all the people that were in it. On there, you just saw you just saw Diddy, but we've seen video and footage and stuff where a whole bunch of people have been in that bed for the parties and stuff like that. But somebody gets a 50-foot bed and they're having parties like that. They're expecting all these people to get in the bed and have a party. Now, that bed is located in the backyard. So nobody's, you don't know, like people probably was outside doing it and everything. But at the end of the day, y'all, it's no secret that this man been a freak. He is who he is. And let me just pull that up real quick. Yo, that right there, that's funny. That bed. I've seen Naomi Campbell on that bed. I've seen Usher on it. I've seen Chris Brown on it. I've seen women on it, like jumping around on it, bouncing on it. I've seen a whole heap of celebrities on that bed at different events, different parties, the sons, their girlfriends, everybody. It's a 50-foot bed. It's big enough, wide enough and everything to fit every freak that was at Diddy's parties in the joint. And that's what it is. All right. So, and I know you saw it, but I'm just going to show you that unbelievable footage of Diddy getting arrested. It's just, he's coming in the door and they're coming the other way. He's got his friends with him and everything. And they like, yo, come with us. And his friends are all standing back like, oh shit. They really look at all his friends, y'all. They like, yo, they nabbed my man. And they took him around the corner, put him on the elevator. By now, like at this point, they already had the cuffs on him. As soon as they got him, they put the cuffs on him. He got cuffs on him. He coming out. And as he's walking out, you can clearly see that he has the cuffs on him. They have his hands behind his back. And Diddy took his last walk of free and fresh air as a civilian on his way to what could be a lifetime sentence. And that is unbelievable. Here it is, another angle of him coming out the door. And you see he has his hands behind his back. And it's over. It is over. All right, so I'll be back to give you the rest, and we'll talk when I come back about Nicki Minaj. I got to see what's going on with her, but I hear and understand that it's a lot. Golden Girl is all over your box. Always remember to B.I.G. Believe in God. He believes in you. He makes all things possible.
Golden Operation Complete. The Golden Girl has left the building.
Bye, Golden Girl.